I think it's time for me to compare the specs of the Armor 24 with the Armor 22 to point out the differences and similarities between the two rugged phones. Both rugged phones are very similar. They have similar specs. Design is different, but specs of both devices are very similar, and I'll be pointing out the differences and similarities in this video. If you're new here, kindly subscribe and turn on notifications. So without further ado, let's quickly dig in. So the Armor 24 is a much more heavier device. It weighs 647 grams and it's a lot thicker as well. It is 27.5mm thick, while the Armor 22 is 50mm thick and it weighs 324 grams, about half of the weight of the Armor 24. Both devices are military grade standard 810H compliant, and they're both rated IP68 and IP69K, and according to Ulefone, they could survive being submerged in water with a depth of 1.5 meters for up to 30 minutes. They also support a drop to concrete resistance for up to 1.5 meters. Now, the Armor 24 has a 6.78-inch Full HD Plus IPS LCD display with a 120Hz refresh rate and Gorilla Glass 5 protection, while the Armor 22 has a much more smaller 6.58-inch Full HD Plus display with the same IPS LCD panel and 120Hz refresh rate, but I don't think it's protected by the Gorilla Glass 5 or any kind of protection, but I believe it has oleophobic coating. Both devices runs on the latest Android 13 stock version of Android. So another difference between the Armor 24 and the Armor 22 is the fact that the Armor 24 has a super bright 1000 lumens dedicated flood flashlight. Both devices are powered by the Helio G96, which means the Armor 21 is a much more powerful device than these rugged phones. The Armor 24 has 256GB internal storage with 12GB RAM, while the Armor 22 comes in two variants, 8GB RAM and either 128GB or 256GB. So the Armor 22 has a storage variant that is similar to that of the Armor 24, but the RAM of both devices are different, as you can see. In the camera department, both devices features the same camera setup, a dual rear camera setup consisting of a 64MP primary sensor and a 64MP night vision camera with two infrared LED lights. Another difference is the front-facing camera. The Armor 24 has a 16MP front-facing camera, while the 22 has an 8MP front-facing camera. The Armor 24 has a really large battery, which is a 22,000 mAh battery, and it supports 66 watts fast charging and 10 watts reverse wire charging. While the Armor 22 is backed by a 6600 mAh battery and it supports 33 watts fast charging. So other features of both devices are pretty much the same. Both devices support NFC, they both have a side-mounted fingerprint scanner, and they both support face unlock. They both have wireless FM radio, Bluetooth 5.2, GPS, infrared port, and so on. So these are the differences and similarities between the Armor 22 and the Armor 24. Now, in terms of price, the Armor 22 is sold for $219, but I currently do not know the official price of the Armor 24, but it's currently available on AliExpress for $399.98. That's about $400. Anyway, these are the top differences and similarities between the Armor 24 and the Armor 22. Which of the two devices do you think is best in your opinion? Feel free to share in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next update. Peace out.